Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of this video. I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we finished off basically all of the quests that I can currently do, all the side quests that I currently can do, in Limsa, aside from like the special ones that unlock. Crafters, gatherers, and other stuff that I'm not going to touch for the moment. Oh boy, there's a lot of quests over here. Lynn, is it not? I've been following your exploits with great interest. You have served Limsa well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is with such a lofty expectations that I would grant you passage beyond Gridania's own White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to Franche Monsieur, I think. The gatekeeper, gird yourself well for the battles to come, for I am sure that news of your deeds will reach me again before long. Whoopsie. I guess I'll go and get the one near, the Archers Guild. Ah yes, my favorite thing about being in a big town. Not being able to use a mount. Hello. Hey, adventure. Might you have a moment? I'm in need of a trustworthy soul to deliver a missive to Parnell. You can find her in the shaded bower, in the midst of the markets. Why would I not simply go and speak with her myself? Well, as I am sure you have observed, Gridanians have a tendency to be rather, in person they can be, well, a little on the prickly side. The matter is not urgent. Simply hand over the missive the next time you find yourself in the markets. Please, as a favor from one adventurer to another. So many quests. Oh my god. My eyes. Can't wait to have this be cleaned up. Preserving the past. Fear Odin in the shroud. Seeking solace. For friendship. Right, hello. As if I'm not busy enough without playing Lost and Found. Oh, do forgive me, friends. Once again, one of our customers has departed without her belongings, and I'm at a loss for what to do about it. Well, while I understand that adventurers have many cares on their minds, it would make my life much easier if they could keep their personal effects in order. But you did not come here to lend an ear to my grumblings. This is the book in question. The face of its owner was unfamiliar to me, but Errol over there seems quite smitten with her. As did every pretty lass he lays his eyes on, but that's neither here nor there. Might I trouble you to inquire as to the girl's whereabouts? I've found the man to be less than forthcoming ever since I spurned his advances. Ah, the sweet little thing with the journal! Of course I remember her, and remember her well. Had a smile to warm the heart, and a laugh. A lilt, one might say, to tickle the depths of the soul, and she was most eager to hear tales of my many travels, which speaks to a keen and sensitive mind. Jilly, I believe, was her name? No, that's not right. Jilly was a redhead from last week. Ah, damned if I can remember. You must understand, no small number of comely lasses seek out my company. I dare say keeping all the names and faces straight is an adventure in itself. Anyway, the girl spoke of paying a visit to Apkalu Falls before traveling on. Like as not, you'll find her there now, shedding a tear or two at our parting. Do pass along my regards if you see her. She should be readily recognizable in that charming straw hat of hers. I make no secret about my disinclination towards Gridanians, as you may know, but I just saw a rare sight that I would be remiss not to share with a fellow adventurer. Just over yonder in the acorn orchard, I saw a comely maiden, new to these benighted parts. I'd wager dancing with a gaggle of younglings. 'Twas a dance I'd not seen before, and I've seen my fair share. Do they perhaps ready themselves for some fresh rite? After so much doom and gloom, I shouldn't mind a day of merrymaking. Ah, just the thought excites me. Would you see what it's all about? As I live and breathe, you're that adventure everyone's been talking about, aren't you? I take it you've heard about that nasty business down near Isambhar. Surely you've heard the stories of a strange portal suddenly appearing in the ruins down there. Hey, don't give me that look. I'm only telling you what I overheard from the whalers. They say on the other end it is some sort of labyrinth. The thing is, every time they go down there to map the place out, Nothing is the same. A mystery if I've ever heard one. Frankly, I'm more than happy to let it stay a mystery. Strange apparitions, booby-trapped corridors going down there is nothing short of suicide. Still, the prospect of treasure is awfully tempting. Don't take my word for it, though. Head down to Isambard and you can hear it straight from the chocobo's mouth. Let's go and clean up these ones that I have first. Chas cat, nice. Let's go to... Can I not travel there? Nope. As a matter of fact, no. I'm going to run over there. Yeah, in the meantime, I can also go and get this one, whatever. An adventure, precisely what we needed. Not a moment ago, we dispatched our newest recruit, Arthur, to inspect Miketo's amphitheater. Regrettably, the young hero has more spirit than sense when he charges off without his tools. Suffice it to say, he won't be getting any work done. Would you be so kind as to deliver them to him? Wonderful. Seek out Luhelik in the acorn orchard behind the atrium. He should have Arthur's tools. This place will always give me nostalgia. I'll send you. Give me a moment. Yeah, they are still fresh and unused as the day he got them. Doubt he's even realized he left the bloody things behind. First day and he forgets his tools. Daft sots need to kick up the... For friendship. I know all about adventurers. You'll do anything for a reward, won't you? Well then, I want you to make Annalie laugh. She's no good with strangers, so you should introduce yourself politely with a bow. Or bow. 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 A day of merrymaking. Is that all you adventurers think about? I'm here to teach, my dear lady. From me, these younglings are to learn a most sacred, meaningful, and uniquely uplifting dance. Wow, now I've realized full well that tradition may not hold much allure for the young, but I didn't think they would up and run away. This manner of disobedience is unprecedented. It's all the more surprising considering they obey the Timbermaster without demur. But I wouldn't give to know his secrets, but I must wait here for my unruly charges. I wonder though, might you ask the man how he tamed them? Slash bow. Hi. That seemed to work, but she still looks sad. Try sharing the joy in your heart with her. That'll prove how nice you are. Slash joy. You're odd. I think she's starting to like you. Good. Now we've broken the ice. I bet that if you surprise her and just start dancing, she'll laugh her head off. Slash dance. Ah yes, the very interesting dance. But I still don't really know what to think about. Giggle. You're a really good dancer, miss. That looked like fun. Maybe I should try it sometime. Thank you. You're pretty good at this. Annalie, she has lost her father 5 years ago. During all the fighting, she hasn't laughed much since then. So I wanted to... I mean, we're all worried, but a lot of the younglings have been following me around lately, and... you wouldn't understand. Anyway, thanks for your help. Can I enter over here? No. Balls. And thus we'll run around. Hello, Beaton. Another green adventure come to play with saws? Apparently not. Speak your mind, child. So the younglings will not heed their dancing masters, and I am to provide the solution. Ugh. Master Yidif. Seems able enough, but having no generosity towards herself, she has none for her charges. Give the younglings these on her behalf, and bid them return to their lesson. Of course they are everywhere. I knew it. I fucking knew it. That's a little bit of a pain. I will get these ones last, I think, because they're gonna unlock some stuff that is not over here. The White Wolf Gate. Only those who possess a gate pass may travel through the White Wolf Gate. It is for your own good. The fearsome beasts that lurk beyond would tear an unprepared adventurer limb from limb. A writ of permission granting free passage through the otherwise off-limits White Wolf Gate in New Gridania. You have papers. Let us see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. Go in safety, Lynn. In the future, should you wish to pass, you need only say the word. Cool. Oh, really? It is no ordinary adventure who is granted passage through the White Wolf Gate. I am a Roastabont. Sure. Of the Wood Whalers. And I would see you live up to your reputation. My fellow Wood Whalers at Dunstan Spire are in grave need of an adventurer's aid. Should you have a mind to make yourself useful, travel there and seek out Stevenall. Or Stevenall, whatever. French is the answer. Bubbly boy. I ran off because it's boring. All Mr. Yedif says is how we're doing it wrong. Hey, it's one of Master Beaton's. Is this supposed to be a bribe? Then you've got yourself a dear adventuring lady. There's so many quests. The pain. But I don't want to be a dancer. Why can't we just play? I mean, I guess we could dance for fun, but I don't think Mr. Yedith knows how. She's so uptight. Is this one of Master Beaton's toys? Does this mean there's more if I go back to class? I'm on my way. You can go your own way. I guess I'll go to Upcallet Falls. My favorite place to run towards every single time. Pardon, I don't believe we've met. You've something of mine, you say? Within its brittle pages are detailed sketchings of landscapes, vistas, and vistas numerous, numbering in the hundreds. My journal sank to 12. In my haste to escape the clutches of that insufferable muttonmonger, I'd slipped my mind entirely. Might I be so bold as to ask your name? You have my gratitude, Lynn. It may not look like much, but I count this humble diary among my most prized possessions. Its pages brim with tales of the most heart-stirring sights to be seen in our realm. As told to me by the sensitive souls I have met in my travels across Eorzea, tales have struck me with the most incurable case of wanderlust. As an adventurer, you too have seen the realm, I am sure. But I would ask you, Lynn, have you truly seen her? Borne witness to Eorzea in her myriads of splendors? Have you stood on the palm-fringed beaches of Costa del Sol just as the sun peeks out over the horizon, its rays kissing the sands beneath your feet? Have you lost yourself in the night sky of the Sagoli, adrift amidst the boundless sea of stars? But why do I even try to convey with words that which must be seen to be appreciated? To our fortune, whithersoever, Jesus, we wander, Eorzea's beauty is but a stone's throw away. If I may quote from my journal, yes, this is the one, afore the fane, beneath the two that are as one. Her divine cup runneth over with light ethereal. Jesus, such were the conjurer's words, and I would see as she saw. I saw for myself before coming here, and I can assume the conjurer spoke true. Indulge me. Go there and look out upon the beauty before you. I would hear your thoughts. Them's some words, my lady. Fancy words, magic woman. I am Millicent, hear me roar. What? I'm totally busy right now. Would thank you not to bother me. I'm a carpenter of the prestigious Oak Artorium, and I have repairs to. Where did I put my... Oh, gods. I take it you're from the guild too, then? What's that? Idel sent you. With my tools? Yes, I was actually just about to go and, this is so embarrassing. My apologies, it's just I've been so focused on the task at hand. You know, it's a miracle this amphitheater even survived the calamity. It was the Carpenter's Guild that saved it, moving it piece by piece and rebuilding it. But when I saw what they had done for Gridania, I knew what I wanted to be, but gods, when they told me my first task was to come here. Anyway, thank you for bringing me my tools. You're new to the occult, atrium too, right? Well, let's both work hard for the good of the guild, eh? Oh, and may the elementals watch over you and keep you safe. Scoop with both hands, then look left, up, right, down, or is it up, down, left, right? Wish you would let me take notes. Oh, why this is made of maple. It's unmistakable. Mr. Beaton would tell you the grain of it almost flows like syrup. Someday I'll be a timber master like him. He wants me to go back to Mr. Yediv's class, doesn't he? He always tells me that if you can. He always tells us that if you can through a piece of wood. That's a sentence that I've never read before in my life. There's no excuse for not truing yourself. Alright, I'm going. Quarrels with squirrels? I like that quest name. Greetings, madam. Might you be looking to secure the services of a retainer? A message entrusted to you by at the Archers Guild by an adventurer calling herself Fnibas. What's this? A missive from Fnibas? Fnibas, you say? Whatever could it be about? Let me see now. She wants to know about the available stock of potions at the markets. Hardly a matter that warrants a letter, much less the hiring of a courier. Why could you not ask the question in person? Ugh. I sense that adventurers from beyond our borders find Gridania somewhat difficult to deal with. Which would you so devoid of warmth? If you mistrust outsiders, it is only because so many of them have brought chaos to the Tosswood, and such sins as theirs are not soon forgotten. Yet I suppose they might endeavor to be a little less cold. Getting photobombed by the cat. Lost, are we? Unsure how to navigate a rosewood and ebony stalls? Very well, if you wish to know more of the markets, I shall give you a practical education, free of charge. As master of the markets, I entertain many requests, disordered from the whalers, for example, but I delegate their fulfillment to my hirelings, that I might tend to such tasks as I alone am capable of performing. For your personal betterment, I shall delegate the fulfillment of this particular request to you. I bid you search the stalls for a bone spearhead, a pot of beeswax oil, and a length of brambleweed rope, and deliver them to the Saingould of the Lancers Guild. There is much and more to be found in these stalls. If you have the dedication to seek it and coin to procure it. However, as my representative, you need only offer my name as payment. None will deny me. In fact, many will be all too eager to part with their wares. So numerous are the debts I am owed. A fine proposition, is it not? I am spared a simple task, and you gain priceless mercantile experience. Why I should rightly charge you for such an opportunity. But worry not. I am a man of my word, and the terms will stand. Deliver the goods to Saingould, and she may even see fit to reward you. Welcome, welcome! At the behest of good Master Parson Montred, are you? You say? To what we owe the pleasure of your company today, milady. May I take this opportunity to say that it is an honor and privilege to serve you? But must you have... but you must have your beeswax oil without delay. Yes. Feel free to take as much as you require. And you will, of course, inform Master Parson Montred that I was only too happy to accommodate his needs, yes? Oh boy. Sorry, lass, we ain't open yet. One of Parson Montred's. Well then, what was it you said you wanted? A bone spearhead? Here she is. Take it and tell that bastard we're square. I got a certain nice, miss. Craftsmanship's truly something, ain't it? Perfect for securing any matter of... Parson Montred. Gods, if I ever heard that bloody name again, it'll be too soon. And there I was thinking I might get a guild today. I might make a guild today. Here, take a damn brambleweed rope and bugger off. Oh boy. Wait, I need to go north. To the north. What business have you with me, adventure? You come upon the bidding of Master Parsimon. The bone of some large mammal whittled down to a sharp point. One part softened beeswax mixed with 2 parts of olive oil, used to treat leather, and a thick sturdy rope twisted from common brambleweed. So soon, I'm impressed. I placed my order only a short time ago, yet here we are. Here are all the items I requested. Truly, Master Parsimon is every bit as resourceful as they say. You are fortunate to work under such a man. You would do well to mold yourself in his image, if you have any aspirations as a merchant. I don't. Ah, fresh-faced adventurer. You're saying that. The very manner of person I wish to meet. The Lancers Guild is looking for someone to track down and exterminate half a dozen squirrels. The infernal pests have been squeezing in under our floorboards every eve for the past several months, and gnawing away at the support pillars. They have yet to inflict any serious structural damage, thank the builder, but I hesitate to bring such a trifling matter before the wood whalers or the gods quiver. Hence my delight at your timely arrival. Why, an adventurer who could not dispatch such woodland nuisance is not worthy of the name. Not here in Gridania, at any rate. And you know what becomes of incapable adventurers? But perhaps it is best you do not. The squirrels of which I spoke can be found in the central shroud. Return to me once you have disposed of them. Assuming the task is not beyond you. For your sake, I sincerely hope it is not. But the cute squirrels. Wait, there's still something in here. Right. This over here. Slash. Lookouts. You have looked upon one of Eorzea's stirring vistas, as identified by the explorer Milf Ironheart. Return to Upcalla Falls and report your sightings. Welcome back, Lynn. I trust you were as moved by the sights as I was. The great stone that adorns the entrance to Stillglade Fane is none other than the Sky Serpent's egg, cast down from the heavens by Nafaka the Matron, so long ago. And those mammoth tree trunks, remnants, no doubt, of a primeval forest. Whence did they come? Why do the two great arbors grow as one? This I do not know. But what I do know is that the realm is replete with such beauty if only we know where to look. This is what compels me to wonder, not the promise of power, glory, or riches, but a burning desire to bear witness to all the wonders around us, as wrought by gods and men alike. Though we have just met, twinkle in your eye tells me that we share certain aesthetic sensitivities. It would be my pleasure to give you to gift you with a sightseeing log of your own. In its pages you will find my record of the most stirring vistas in the realm, or sights in the realm. Both those I have seen with my own eyes and those I have thus far at least only heard of in my travels. No doubt your adventurers keep you occupied. But is this not all the more reasons to take in the sights as you travel? That both body and mind might enjoy a moment of respite from time to time? And who can say? Perhaps you will discover glorious new vistas that have eluded even me. With that I wish you safe travels, Lynn. When you have seen all there is to see, pray return to me. I would like nothing more than to share impressions with a fellow sensitive soul. You can have access to the Sightseeing Log, a compendium of the most beautiful sights to be seen in Eorzea, as compiled by the explorer Millelith Ironheart. To open it, select logs in the main menu and the cycling thing. From the snippets of information contained within, identify and seek out the locations described. Note that certain sites may only be properly appreciated at a given time of day or under ideal weather conditions. Perform the designated emote while taking in the sites, and the entry for the corresponding vistas will be marked off. With your sightseeing log in hand, go forth and see Eorsia as few have ever seen her before. So yeah. We're gonna take a look. So there are 20 points in a realm reborn. The game will tell you where they are, like which general area they are. However, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to... You need to basically be at certain places at a certain time with a certain weather, and it becomes a little bit messy. I haven't finished this one myself quite yet. We may do that at some point, but that's in any case going to be a pain in the ass to do. That's all I can say. If you want to do them, you can do them, but it's going to require you to wait for certain weather and time requirements, so you need to keep an eye out on those. Which is, honestly, the most painful thing to do about this entire thing. Hello. You there, adventurer. Could you deliver a message from me? My superior militant is stationed outside Atelier Fen Yi. Or I guess. Whatever. She's doubtless busy, and I am past due to be relieved. Long past due, to be told. However, I can't simply abandon my post. Speak to her for me, would you? But choose your words wisely. She has a bit of a temper. Greetings, traveler. Come to see Miketo's famed amphitheater, have you? I'm Estain, caretaker of this fine centerpiece of Gridanian culture, and I fear I must needs trouble you for your assistance. You see, it is not only well-meaning women like yourself who are drawn to this place. The sylphs often come in the dead of night, long after our citizens have gone to bed. We have no particular objections to their presence, but they seem grateful for their accommodation, so much so in fact that last night they left us a token of their appreciation, in the form of vegetables. A lot of vegetables. Their generosity is more than welcome, of course, but the sheer quantity of the things makes gathering them all something of a chore. And it's not as if I don't have enough to do already. In short, I'd be most grateful for any help you could give me. Collect the vegetables. Oh, yeah. Well done, friend. Miketo herself would sing your praise. She knew well the power of art, how it could strengthen the soul of a nation and preserve its history for future generations. This amphitheater was her greatest gift to Gridania. And it was her wish that all folk use it freely, not only for performances and festivals, but as a place to share memories and make new ones. Now, one of the sylphs come here to do just that. That said, I do wish they would find other ways to express their gratitude. We have no need of vegetables here, but mayhap the Carline canopy can make use of them. Anyway, thanks be to the elementals for bringing you here today. Also, there's another quest over this way. I am Millicent, hear me roar! What's all this about? There's a man says he needs a break. The nerve of that sniveling little shite crying for relief at a time like this. Has he already forgotten how short-handed we are since that business with the Ixal the other day? And sending a bloody unknown venture to do his bleating, no less. That self-servant sought things only of his own woes, rubbing his sore souls while welcoming all manner of gill-grabbing venturers into our holy wood. Holy wood, huh? Useless bloody fool. It makes me blood boil, it does. It's not you I should be giving a piece of my mind to. You seem a decent enough sort, considering. Still, understand that it's our duty to keep an eye on every stranger that passes through these parts. Anyway, I appreciate you lending an ear to my subordinate. Damn fool that he is. Go on then, and stay out of trouble. I am Millicent, hear me roar. This is my war face, show me your war face, ah! Also Simpkin. Taking of an instrument, oh. I'm a bard, so... Have you come to listen to the silken strings of Simpkin? Simpkin. Traveling troubadour and master minstrel? No. You do, however, have the look of one who lives life on the roads. And on the subject of wanderings and the musical expression thereof. I do mayhap have some small wisdom to offer. When I suddenly find my heart stirred by some spectacle of nature, or inspiring act of daring do, I simply let the emotions of the moment flow through my fingers and into my harp. I have found no sound to be as achingly beautiful as one born from that instant of genuine joy or wistful sadness. You need no special training or knowledge to give voice to the music of the heart. Only a willingness to play the score as it writes itself across your soul. If you can accomplish such a surrender, then you will have created a piece of unique to yourself, and what melody could be more precious? Aye, I knew the moment I laid eyes upon you. Here is a woman whose spirits beg for instrumental interpretation. Pray release your inhibitions, and favor the world with your performance. When using the performance actions, you are strictly prohibited from performing the music of any third parties. You may record and upload the performance and hereby agree to license such recordings to us for use by Square Enix or other in accordance with the terms of the Final Fantasy XIV material usage license. Yes, they give you a warning, because you're not allowed to play third-party music in here. To begin, you should simply play whichever notes catch your fancy. Let whimsy carry you up and down the scales, revel in the soaring heights and plunging depths, until you find a song that resonates with your being. Painted with the experience of your adventures, the timbre and tone, not tome, Jesus, will be yours and yours alone. Ah, I wonder what matter of music will fill the air. May the wind catch your composition, and deliver it unto my covetous ear. You've learned the perform action. Performance actions, yay. Also, now I'm thinking about it, don't I have Ironworks gear? Yeah, I have some Ironworks gear. Fuck it. Let's go and equip that. Where is my Bard Glam? There we go. Now I'm starting to buy stuff. I'm starting to buy Ironworks gear for the jobs in Heavensward. Since when I unlock those would be like level 30. And then if I have Ironworks gear, it's going to help me out at level 50, so. A fellow Greenstem asked me to pick up 2 things in Gridania, a sweet rose perfume and a good adventure. I have the perfume. Though it took some doing, we botanists do tend to be miserly with our sweet roses. And as for adventure, hello, lovely. Well, that completes this shopping list. Adventure, would you mind taking this perfume and yourself to Jolorant at Little Solace? Little Solace, you say? Okay. That's not close by, but whatever. Stop right there! Stop, you criminal scum! Stop, you have violated the law. Anyway, not another step. I apologize if I have startled you, but please be careful. The ground here is covered in rose hips. You see, my seed pouch had grown so threadbare that it finally split open. Unbeknownst to myself, I've been scattering azalea rose hips all along the road. Oh, good madam, if you'd help me gather them, I'd be ever so grateful. Thank you. Your kindness is truly a blessing from the elementals. The rose hips should be lying in our road, between here and the Great Loam Growery. Remember to tread lightly, lest you crush them underfoot. That's a big ol' seed. There we go. Flowers. Just flowers. God damn it, another adventure? You're like flies on the muck. Whatever Gridania did to deserve such a plague, I don't know. Jesus. Suppose times are changing and they keep telling me I should, and perhaps you might be. Oh gods help me. Just take this Azema Rose to Waldew of Stilgate Fane, will you? Well, what are you still standing here for? Go and deliver the bloody rose. This is also a new thing that I never really knew about Gridania, that is that people are kind of cold and assholes around here. Good madam, pray tell me you have recovered all the rose hips and abandoned not one to a traveller's foot. The bitter fruit of an Azema rose. Blessings be upon you, I fear this path would be lined with roses next year. Not that that such a wondrous sight would be wholly objectable, but Azema roses are ill-suited to this occasion. As a botanist, it's my responsibility to see Gridania's plants grow and thrive, in the most ideal conditions. A place for every seed, and every seed in its place, you might say. 'Twas most gracious of you to aid me in my time of need. I pray the elementals extend you the same kindness. You there, you're an adventurer, yes? Good, I have a task for you. Take yourself over to the Conjurers Guild and speak with my student, Braya. She has her hands full with preparing for the auguries and would likely welcome your assistance. In her excitement at becoming a conjurer, I fear my young disciple is punishing herself beyond the limits of her endurance. Enthusiasm is all well and good, but it would not do to have an initial collapse from exhaustion. I've been wondering something. That's one of the better looking Allison in the game, I feel. Personal preference, by the way. Don't take it personal. That I don't really like the Allison that much. Welcome, adventurer, to the Conjurers Guild. Here we commune with the elementals and heed their guidance. Yet I must confess the elementals did not whisper of your coming. Dude, I am your superior in every way, shape, and form. A single red Azema rose is twisted to you by Ethereal. We did indeed request an Azema rose from Ethelred, but that you would bring it to us in his stead means that something wonderful has happened. Ethelred has long held a grudge against the many adventurers who have passed through Gridania's gates. His beloved flowers are renowned for their beauty, you see, and were once so highly coveted by Ul'dan collectors that they were picked nigh to extinction by fortune-seeking foreigners. Yet, if it is peace we desire, we must all learn to look beyond mistrust born of the past and overcome our prejudices. So has the elder seats here taught us, and so do we live. I doubt it was easy for Ethelred to entrust this Azema rose to you. When he hears we have received it, he will come to know that not all outsiders are deserving of scorn. Truly, it was by the will of the elementals that you came to us this day. Please accept this as a token of our gratitude. Oh, one night in Amdapor. Ooh. We get to do another dungeon, people. It's been a while. But that's probably going to be a thing for next episode, though. Yes, I am Braya, and I am awfully Oh, you say Lady Melaine herself asked you to assist me. In that case, I suppose you might lend a hand, especially as mine appear to be shaking, though only very slightly. Not that it's anything to worry about, mere nervous energy. I would be exceedingly grateful if you would take this Azema rose oil and fill the censers. There are two that require attention. Please have a care not to disturb the conjurers amid their meditations. You must be as quiet and unobtrusive as possible. A fragrant oil pressed from freshly harvested Azema rose hips. Also go and get this crest while I'm at it. It is well you are here, Lyn. An ancient darkness is arisen in these woods, and we shall need all your arts to counter it. I speak to you in the name of the three seers. The eldest Canesena, you will already know as the guardian of our fair lands. 2 siblings has she. It is the younger of this pair, Arun Sena, who hears the voice of the elementals with greatest clarity, and what he has heard lately is troubling indeed. These dark stirrings we have traced to the lost city of Amdapor, in the South Shroud. The city once throve in a fullness of magic during the 5th astral era, but it was sealed in the wake of its demise. Alas, it was what has been out of balance since the calamity. So riotous has its aspect become that the seal was severely weakened. When this happened, the forest surrounding the city began to wither and die. We would enjoin you to investigate the cause. Now, I must confess that this is a task for the Twin Adder normally, but you are the heir of Master Atora's legacy, and the Seedseers, wow, were unanimous in the belief that no one is better suited to the undertaking. Will you not assist? I like how there's little references here, where it's like, yeah, you are the white mage, like... It's well that you assent. For the need is great. Go now to Seedseer Raya Osena at Camp Tranquil. Listen well to what she says of her brother's divination. My thanks. I must admit to being rather impressed by how faithful you followed my instructions. I'd always considered adventures to be an uncouth and righty lot, but I see you are capable of courtesy as well. Lady Melaine has a fine eye for character. You should feel honored that she has chosen you for the task. Whatever. Might you perchance be comfortable around Falcon? If so, I have urgent need of your assistance. You see, I was preparing for the forthcoming auguries when I found, to my great embarrassment, that we lacked the requisite quantity of scarlet oil. If it is not too much to ask, I would be most grateful if you could resupply us in time for the ceremony. Scarlet oil can be harvested from ladybugs, such as those found near the bannock. 6 of the falcons should yield the necessary amount. Pray return to me as soon as you have it. What the hell is this? Unicorn power. Oh! I know that quest. Okay. There's so much fucking stuff. It's ridiculous. Also, my voice is already going down. That's what happens when I don't record in a long time, I guess. Oh well. No matter. I will power through, and I will also take a break and drink something in a minute. After I'm done with this episode. Well, I don't know what sorcery you worked, but the younglings are back, and I do believe you've searched an accommodation. You've reached an accommodation. To team I was stricter than I imagined, and loosening up a bit has made a great difference. This dance is for the Feast of the Harvest, to give thanks to Nafaka and the elementals. There must be no aggression in this dance, lest the matron be angered. It's very, very important. I do realize I haven't made the best first impressions, having you fetch my students for me. To make it up to you, will you let me show you the dance? Now I'm burping. Think of it as a kind of peace offering. I love how that one dude in the background was just looking like, what the fuck? Why, you're a born dancer, dear lady. And so say we, and so say we. Comes a sailor from the sea to show the laddies how it's done, and so say we, and so say we. Swings his axe and says, remember, shiver, shiver, me timbers, and so say we, and so say we. Oh gods, no, Master Beating, what have you done? You've brought a weapon to the sacred dance. The matron forgive us. We are surely we are doomed. Master Beating, you scared her off. We were having fun. Timber Master Beating, wasn't that a sailor song? How do you know it? Never mind. Never mind how I know. More to the point, what could have troubled Mistress Yer if so? You did! She said you're supposed to be peaceful or the elementals will be upset. You know how uptight she gets. The course of relationships never does run smooth, child. Yeah, we'll all discover this in time. Says the man who ran up with a saw, freaking... Jesus. Well, that was a quest. As we learn a dance, the harvest dance. A little bit of a weird dance, but whatever. Right, let me go and get these 2 other quests too, and actually wait, there's another quest I can get too. Fuck it, let's go and just get... Really? There's just... Oh god. Maybe I should first finish these and then come back, because these are a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna end it off over here, people. Hope you enjoyed this episode of just how I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we are gonna go and deal with even more side quests. Goodbye.